Alright, here we are back in my gaming den for our weekly matchup. This time we have the Lizardmen versus the Vampire Counts. Yeah.
Hopefully I win this game.
We'll see. I decided to dust off the Lizardmen because they're getting an entirely new army book in a couple weeks, so I thought I'd give them one last hurrah and see how badly things change for me when the new book comes out. Anyway, going down my battle line here, I've got a unit of Croxigors with the Croxigor Ancient, and then they're defending these hastily made huts here. Then I've got my Jungle Swarms, some lizards there. Hopefully these guys can tie up the Blood Knights. And then next I have a unit of Saurus. These have the +1 armor save upgrade, and they've got a Saurus Scar Veteran with them there. And then my 5th generation Slan with a unit of Temple Guard. And then over there is the Skink Priest on a Stegodon. The Stegodon's still a work in progress, so please forgive him. Him there. And then I have a unit of scouting skirmishing skinks that have deployed in this jungle terrain here, and maybe they'll get some blowgun shots off.
Those cowards are hiding.
Yes, they are. This is, Joe still hasn't found his crypt ghouls yet, so these are crypt ghouls. Just remember, whenever you see a skeleton
It's a ghoul
with a crazy mohawk there, that's a ghoul, and that's a necromancer there, not a Lamian vampire. She is a necromancer.
Yeah, he is.
And then this is a unit of zombies that he's got, and then a unit of the Grave Guard with a vampire and a necromancer. Another unit of zombies, Blood Knights with the Vampire Lord with them. And then you got to see these spirit hosts are just incredible how he modeled them here. I really like these better than the standard spirit host models. He's got those there, and then some Fellbats. So showing you his line, coming back around to my line. We're just getting ready to roll to see who goes first, and we'll be back with more updates. Stay tuned. We have just ended turn 1, and not too much happened. During Joe's phase, he advanced forward a little bit, kept trying to raise stuff during the magic phase, and was continually unsuccessful, except he did bring up a unit of zombies here. Then during my magic phase, I kept shooting fireball, dark-handed death, forked lightning, all sorts of stuff, and he kept letting it through, hitting his Blood Knights. He kept making his armor saves. And so I really had a very non-productive turn. The exception is my skinks with the short bows, blowguns, did manage to take out 2 of the crypt ghouls. So other than that, I've advanced here. We're getting ready for Joe's turn 2. Hopefully his frenzied Blood Knights are going to have to charge my Jungle Swarms. All right. Well, we just finished Joe's turn 2. During his magic phase, he raised some zombies. Well, starting off, his Blood Knights had to charge my Jungle Swarm. My trick didn't really work, as you can see, because Jungle Swarm was completely and utterly annihilated. I thought they might have held up better being unbreakable and whatnot, but oh well. On the bright side, his zombies charged my Croxigors, did 1 wound. The Croxigors managed to completely make them go poof. However, they're stuck here in between the spirit host, which they can really do nothing to, and with the Fellbats behind them. Joe, I think, was a little panicky that my Saurus were going to get a flank charge if the Jungle Swarm held, so he boxed them off with some raised units of zombies. Just getting ready to start my turn 2. We just finished my turn 2. I used the magic phase to successfully whittle down the Blood Knights, though I got a feeling he's going to be using that Invocation of Nehek to raise a bunch more. I plowed through some zombies and then foolishly elected to overrun, so now I think I'm going to get hit 3 different ways with my Saurus unit there. My skinks with the blowguns took out a few the ghouls there, and I'm hoping that my Stegodon can maybe just kind of plow down his line. And my Croxigors were stuck between a rock and a hard place. I got his spirit host that I can't really do anything to, and then his Fellbats on one side of me, so I don't know, I've kind of written them off, I think. Anyway, that's how things are going. Looking at Joe's turn 3 starting now. Okay, we just finished the magic phase in Joe's turn 3. He's been bringing back with multiple Invocation and Nehex, his Blood Knights there. He got 2 more back. You should have seen all the ones that I stopped. And then look at this. Look at this. You think those Saurus are going to be alive? We're just getting ready to roll to find out. I'm hoping they can hold out against 3 units of zombies. They're kind of soft. I don't know about them Graveyard Guard though, so we'll find out. We're getting ready to start turn 4. My turn 3, the Stegodon failed to charge. The Skinks are still holding out here against the Crypt Ghouls. The Croxigors have been making their break tests, but they're slowly getting whittled down by the Spirit Hosts here. In the center, my Saurus have fared better than I had anticipated. The zombies just aren't really performing at all in close combat, needing 5s to hit and then 6s to wound. But yet it's given each of my Lizardmen 2 attacks back at them, so...
Toilet paper is better than my zombies.
You're going to field a toilet paper army next time? And it didn't help that I got him in the flank here, so... won the combat by 8, so a lot of stuff went poof. Starting Joe's turn 4. We'll see how much more stuff he can raise. Getting ready to start my turn 4. This combat here in the center finally resolved itself. The vampire, though, had the Karstein ring, and he popped up back in with the unit of ghouls, which beat the Skinks and then chased them into the woods here, or the jungle. Stegodon's still over there. Over here, the Croxigors went poof. The Blood Knights ran them down, and the Fellbats ran them down. The Blood Knights went into the water and stopped there. So we still got that stuff going on over there. And starting my turn 4. Okay.
And then
starting turn 5, I had a very productive magic phase. This Spirit Host has 1 wound left on it, and I got rid of the Blood Knights and the Vampire with that Thunderbolt spell from the Skink Priest in the Stegodon. So basically the only thing really still going on is whatever happens in the forest, the Skinks rallied. He still has, those things are still in play, the Fellbats are. Joe's turn 5. Just finished my turn 5, getting ready to go into Joe's turn 6. I've just been playing mop up in the magic phase, got rid of the Spirit Host, got rid of the Fellbats. But I did miscast with my Slan. Luckily, I only rolled the thing to let Joe get a spell off for free. So now there is an undead horde here trying to block the Skinks fleeing, in addition to a different unit that he summoned behind them, and then the Crypt Ghouls coming out of the jungle to try and stop them. Okay. I'm not allowed to show your face, is that the deal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Although it's been seen earlier.
Alright.
The undead were out in the middle of the battlefield. They were wearing pink panties. That's what it is. They were wearing pink panties today. That's all I can say. We
finished up here. This isn't really where everything was. We repositioned some units and stuff. I think the determinative part of the battle was when my Saurus were in the middle and they got charged by the zombies. That combat, had I done 1 less wound and he'd done 1 more wound, I would have auto broke because he outnumbered me, causing fear, and I think that really would have turned the tide of everything for him. As it was, the Blood Knights just kept whittling him down with magic.
It's always my dice roll.
Always the dice rolls. Always with the dice rolls. So anyway, that's that. Got the Lizardmen, dusted them off. Maybe, who knows, put them back into retirement. We'll see how the new Lizardmen book goes. And you keep watching my videos. I'll keep making them. Thanks.
Hook.
Come a chameleon. You come and go.